Slim is Saving Lives in Ministry. We started in 2017. I would go into the homeless camps of Hamilton, Ohio with a buddy of mine. His name was Slim, and we would feed people sandwiches. Slim died, and I woke up that morning and I said, we're going to do something to remember Slim by. So we named what we do every week Slim, Saving Lives in Ministry. We realized that anybody can give a sandwich, anybody can give a pair of pants, anybody can give food, but it's what you do with the food and the food and the pants and whatever else we're giving them that makes the difference, because we have to establish relationships to get people off drugs, to get people into mental health treatment, and to get people off the streets. You know, we meet people where they're at. So if somebody needs a birth certificate to get into substance use treatment, such as at Sojourner, if they need a birth certificate to get mental health treatment at TLC, we can provide that. We take people to get their IDs. We take people to the hospital. Let's say they're sick and they don't have any way to get back and forth to the hospital. We will do that. We provide 2 meals a week, and since January of 2024, we've fed 7,814 people. We're located in Hamilton. Wednesdays and Saturdays, we're at New Life Mission, which is 415 Henry Street in Hamilton. Wednesday nights, we do a carry-out meal, but people can come in and talk to us if they need something, if they need socks, if they need hygiene, if they need a first aid kit, if they need resources, again, to get into treatment. And then on Saturdays, we have a sit-down meal. And the difference between our sit-down meals and most, let's call it a soup kitchen or a community meal, is that we serve the people. They come in, we get them their coffee, we get them their juice, we ask them what they would like to eat off our little menu, and we take it to them and we sit down and we talk to them, and that's where the relationships start growing. You know, I keep using the word relationship. It's all about relationships. People have to trust us. You don't want somebody coming into your house that you don't know, right? So if we're out on the streets, we're going up to people, they see us, they trust us. That's how the word of mouth gets out. It's all about relationship building. It's all about trust and respect. I respect you, you respect me. We're seeing people get off the streets and get into treatment, getting their children back, seeing people get to the hospital and getting their abscesses from using a dirty needle or whatever they might be using on the street, getting that fixed. Having 6 or 7 kids come in and they haven't had anything to eat all day, and we can provide them a toy and something to eat. And then if you take it one step further, we have so many people that have overdosed and died in the last year. And we have a very large purple wooden ribbon that we keep at Sojourner and that we keep at our meal, and people come in and they remember people that have died. And that keeps us going too, because we don't want anybody to die. You know, there's treatment services out there. There's so many resources out there to get people off the street. But again, it comes right back to establishing the relationship. I can't just go up to somebody and say, hey, you're homeless, you're living in the woods, let's get you some help. It doesn't work that way. Anybody can give somebody a sandwich. We don't just give sandwiches, we give love, we give compassion, we give resources. We're not there to keep people in the same situation. We're there to give them help to get out of the situation in their own time. We have somebody that they were on the streets he lived in the woods for 7 years. And we kept establishing that relationship. He eventually came to Sojourner, then he went to TLC. He is our lead volunteer at Slim now. We call him our CEO, and he has his own little apartment. So going from 7 years on the street, and we knew him 7 years in the woods, and we knew him for 4 years. It took us 4 years to establish that relationship to get him where he is today. I always encourage people to come and see what we do on Saturdays specifically, because we feed about 200 people on Saturdays. You can sit down with the person, you can hand them their meal. That's at 415 Henry Street. Some people aren't comfortable with that. Okay, some people want to give money. Obviously, giving a financial donation is great. But if you don't want to give a financial donation, how about a gently used clothing drive? We always need t-shirts. We always need jeans. Look what's coming up. Winter's coming up. It is going to be here before we know it. We need winter coats. We need winter gear, gently used. I think we need to treat people like we want people to treat us. I think it's that simple. And I think if everybody did that, the world would be a better place. I know that sounds a little cheesy, but it's absolutely the truth. I mean, I look at the people that we've gotten off the streets. They have houses, they have homes, they're getting their mental health addressed. They've been off substances for 2, 3, 4 years. I mean, that's what it's all about. And again, it's treating people like we want people to treat us. I am no better than that person that's living in the woods. Your one day of substance-free is just as important as my 15 years. I'm an addict. I will always be an addict, but I'm a grateful addict in recovery. So every third Sunday of the month for the past 6 years, we pack 250 bags, and those bags are filled with ramen noodles, macaroni and cheese, oatmeal, candy bars, puddings. And we have people that get on their motorcycles, and we have people that are in their cars, and we do what we call Slim's Run. Now, we named it Slim's Run is because Slim loved kids. So the third Sunday of every month, we go out into the second ward of Hamilton, which is on Front Street, and we give out 250 bags to the kids. They hear the motorcycles roaring, they hear the horns honking, they see the cars, and they come running out. The really cool thing about that is 2 of the young boys that are with me now, Clarence and Sean, who are 14 and 15 years old, started getting bags when they were young. So now they are giving back to the community by helping us hand out the bags where they once got the bags. Christmas, every Christmas we have the annual Slim's Toy Run, where we have about 400 or 500 or 600 toys, whatever we can get donated. We put them in a very large box truck. We have Mrs. Claus, Mr. Claus, we have the Grinch, and we go around and we pass out toys to the kids, and they look forward to that too. And we've been doing that for many, many years. Those are the types of things we do. We'll go out on the streets. If we hear that somebody needs help, we'll go out and meet somebody on the streets. If we get a telephone call at night, doesn't matter what time it is, we're going to answer it, whatever they need. If it's treatment, if it's an assessment, let's say it's Sojourner, if they need to know where a food pantry is, we can refer them to that. We give out hygiene, we give out socks. One thing that I will never deny anybody is socks. I will give somebody a pair of socks every single day because they're on their feet all day long, and we need to keep their feet healthy. If somebody would ask me what we need most right now, it's very humbling, and it's very hard for me to ask for money, because with financial donations we can do so much with. We can supplement our food, we can get the kids gifts, we can get Joe, who wears a size 15 shoe, and nobody donates a 15 size shoe, we can buy him a 15 size shoe, or somebody that's a 5X. But I also am very realistic, and I know that times are tough for a lot of people now. So if a clothing drive would be huge, gently used clothing. I can't take used toys, but you know, when you go out to the Dollar Tree or any place and you're doing Christmas shopping this year, grab an extra toy and donate it to our toy run. If you're getting new blankets for the holidays, give us your blankets. We go through so many blankets in the wintertime. We go through rain ponchos. We go through deodorant, hygiene, antibacterial, things like that. Little thing, toilet paper. Go 3 days without toilet paper and see what it's like. So these are all the types of things that we need.